Ebben a rövid videóban a vírus előtti időszakra tekintünk vissza. Az olaszországi Velence az uticél.
We are ready to go, unfortunately, this morning. We've been given an air traffic control restriction. It's due to Germany and Austria this morning. What it means in practical terms is a delay of around about 40 minutes before we can start our engines and get underway here at Stansted.
Marco Polo repülőtérről az Ali Laguna vízibuszával 15 euróért lehet eljutni Velencébe. A jegyet az utazás végéig meg kell tartani, mert bármikor ellenőrizhetik az utazás során. A vízibusznak számos megállója van, olyan helyek, mint Murano-sziget, amely az üveggyártás hagyományairól híres. Aztán elhaladtunk a Saint Michel sziget mellett, ami Velence város temetője. Majd a vízimentők érdekes látványa terült a szemünk elé a sürgősségi kórház előtt. A San Marco tér megállónál megcsodálhattam a Dózse palotát, majd elhaladtunk a Szent Mária bazilika előtt. Másfél óra utazás után megérkeztem a Zattere megállóhoz, ahol a Belle Arti hotelban foglaltam szobát. Miután lepakoltam, elindultam felfedezni a várost. Az akadémia előtti hídról fantasztikus látvány tárult elém. Egy rövid séta után a Campo Santo Stefano elején betértem egy régi templomba, a San Vidalba, amely jelenleg rendezvény- és koncertteremként működik. Mivel nagyon meleg volt a városban, egy újabb templomot szemeltem ki. A Szent István templomot a 13. században A Szent Ágoston remete szerzetesei építették, de jelenlegi formáját 2 évszázaddal később nyerte el. Itt van elhelyezve Tintoretto 4 festménye: az utolsó vacsora, a feltámadás, az apostolok lábát mosó Krisztus és az ima a kertben megérdemli a csodálatot. A 15. századból származó mennyezet egy fejjel lefelé lévő hajótest, amely értékes példája a képzett velencei hajóépítők munkáinak. Míg a templom közepén Morosszóni Dózse sírkövét lehet megtalálni. A San Marco tér felé sétálva számos látványos üzletet találtam, ahol Muránóból származó, üvegből készült díszeket és tárgyakat árultak. A Szent Márk bazilikát eredetileg 828-ban alapították, miután Márk evangélista védőszentjének ereklyeit elhozták, vagy állítólag ellopták Alexandriából. Majd 976-ban egy lázadás során leégették. Bár a templomot 978-ban újjáépítették, a Dózse 1063-ban átépítette, és a világ minden tájáról hoztak el olyan darabokat, amelyek hozzájárultak nagyszerűségéhez. A bazilika díszítése is rendszeresen változott, többek között csúcsos gótikus boltívekkel, 17. és 18. századi szobrokkal és mozaikokkal egészült ki. Az arany mozaikok több mint 8000 négyzetmétert fednek le. A bazilikában számos erekje is található, köztük Szent György karja, Mária Magdolna ujja és a kard, amellyel Szent Péter levágta Malkusz fülét. A bazilika ingyen látogatható, én a korán reggelt vagy a késő délutánt ajánlom, hogy elkerüljük a sorbanállást. A Rialto híd volt az első híd, amely átívelt a csatornán, de Velencében több mint 400 híd található. Where is this place and where can we find this if I just traveling now and want to look for this place?
For this place here in Venice?
Yes.
Well, this place is called the Fondaco dei Tedeschi. It's a very old building. It's from the 11th century. So the Germans were trading spices here at first, then they moved to other goods, then it became the post office of Venice. Then they closed the building, they restructured it, and now it's back to its old glory, if you want to say that. So to find us, very close to the Rialto Bridge, we are here waiting for you. One of the most beautiful views you have in Venice. We have a beautiful terrace.
And this is
so
free?
It's free. It's completely free, but you need the reservation in advance.
Okay. Thank you very much, Ian.
Prego. Have a nice day.
How are you? Oh, it's very nice. It's fresh made. Oh, can I have one slice from this?
This one is sold, sir.
And the slice of pizza is 350. And how much is the food?
28.
28. Okay. I need only just a slice.
This one, ham and mushrooms, just made. Thank you very much.
Freshly made pizza, and thank you very much. Nagyon óvatosnak kell lennem, mert nagyon forró, viszont finom. A cukrászda kirakatában lévő csokis és fehér csokis canoncini nagyon hívogató, nem tudok ellenállni, ezért meg is kóstolom. Hello! Buonasera. Is canoncini cheesy chocolate or just chocolate cream inside?
Classic one is with ricotta, but we don't have the classic one. We don't have the chocolate or white chocolate.
Okay.
And this is not like that. This is more.
Uh-huh. So can I have one of the white chocolate and the normal chocolate also?
Yeah.
Thank you very much. That's all. I just want to try it. And it's €2, yeah? Thank you very much indeed. Very kind. A következő napot egy kiadós reggelivel kezdtem, bár számomra szokatlan, édes sütemények voltak felkínálva, de én csak a jól bevált szendvicset választottam. Velence 118 apró szigetéről a szemetet is a csatornákon konténerhajókkal szállítják el. Még korán reggel van, de ez a kis üzlet már nyitva van. Ez a Poli lepárló üzlete. Nézzük meg. So, what is this shop and what is the Grappa?
So first, the Grappa is a distillate typical of northern Italy, especially northeast, so the region of Venice, which we obtain from the skin and the seeds of the grapes. So we take the grapes after the winemaking process,
Okay.
after they've been pressed and squeezed, when they're still fresh but not fermented, and we distill them like this. And what comes out is 40% of alcohol, our standard quantity. But Grappa can reach till 70%, so it can be quite strong and burning. Our Grappas are, so to say, very smooth instead. And Poli, the name you read here, is the name of the distillery of this family, actually, who runs the distillery. The distillery was founded in 1898. And we produce everything. So we started with Grappa. Now we have 15 types of Grappas, depending on the type of the grapes, the aging. Oh, and Grappa, we usually drink it after meal. So it's something like, instead of a dessert wine, something digestive. We drink it straight. No ice, no mixed. Or we pour it inside the coffee, a few drops, to enrich the flavor. We also produce the liqueurs you see, a gin, brandy, is a wine, alcoholic creams, and vermouth. Many things.
You know what, we have some similar one, it's called in Hungary pálinka.
Pálinka.
Yeah, did you hear that?
Maybe, yeah.
If it is homemade, it's somewhere more than 51%. That's the quality of the drink, and it's very strong. It's made not just from grapes, you can use all type of fruits separately and mixed also.
Oh, wow.
So you produce the same one basically.
Well, yes. I think that the process is the same.
Uh-huh.
So,
Can I try
Yeah.
just
something, do you prefer something dry or something smooth? Usually when you drink alcohol. Something very
Strong.
Something strong. Okay.
Well, something strong.
So I'll let you try this, which is a classic grappa from red
Okay.
grapes, Merlot and Cabernet. 40% of alcohol.
Mhm.
It's the classic one. Pure grappa. So it's got nothing to do with vodka.
Nothing to do with vodka
It's
because
more
it's not
aromatic.
that kind of.
No, well, it's
alcohol.
different. The raw material is different, but then it's very
Mhm.
aromatic.
I think we have the similar one.
Mm.
The smell is very familiar.
Palinka, you said.
Mhm. And the taste too.
Mm.
So,
Good.
if you are in Hungary,
Palinka.
you have to try it because it's really, really like sisters, brothers, or
Good.
yeah,
Palinka.
very nice.
Okay.
Thank you very much indeed.
You're welcome, sir.
Always 80 euros, all the boat. We
Yeah.
not sell individual ticket.
Okay, the singing
Singing 120 extra charge.
120 extra.
120. Total 200 euros.
200 euros. Okay, thank you very much, very kind. Velencében 139 templom található, azonban ezek egy részét koncertteremmé vagy múzeummá alakították át. Sokat ingyen lehet megnézni, de számos templomba belépőt kell fizetni, ami 3 euró vagy 12 euróért bérletet lehet váltani, amivel az összes templom meglátogatható. A családoknak a bérletet 24 euróért árulják. Tegnap szerencsés voltam, gyorsan bejutottam a Szent Márk bazilikába. Most meg megnézhetitek, hogy milyen hosszú a sor nappal. Megérkeztem a hídhoz, ahol az emberek többsége fotót készít. A híd, ami mögöttem van, biztosan nem az. Viszont ez a híd, ami mögöttem van, a sóhajok hídja. Bal oldalon a Dózse palotája, míg a jobb oldalon az új börtön látható. A Dózse palotájában kihallgatták a rabokat, majd a hídon keresztül átkísérték őket a börtönbe. A híd a nevét az elítéltek sóhajai után kapta, akik a börtönbe vonulva, annak rácsos ablakain keresztül egy utolsó pillantást vethettek a városra. A velencei Biennale kertjének bejáratánál áll a feltámadás hősének Giuseppe Garibaldinak a szobra, míg a domb tövébe egy partizán szobrát állították fel. Egy történet szerint 1921-ben Garibaldi szobra közelében a kertben egy szellem jelent meg, vörös ingben, aki megtámadta a járókelőket. A szellemet Giuseppe Zoliként ismerték fel, aki Garibaldi követője volt, és megesküdött, hogy megvédi a vezetőjét az életben és a halálban is. Ezért a lakosok szobrot állítottak neki, így szemmel tudja tartani a tábornokot, és ettől a pillanattól kezdve a szellemet soha többé nem látták. Nagyon meleg van, jól esik egy kis frissítő. egészségetekre. Korán reggel van, a városban sokan még alszanak, de én már készen állok arra, hogy fantasztikus képeket készítsek. Amint látjátok, a csatornákon még csak most érkeznek az áruk a boltokba. Paolo, nice to meet you. When was the first when you started to paint Venice?
Long time ago.
Long time ago.
Many years
Do you live here?
Yes, of course. Minutes, yeah. No, I take picture.
You take
I go to
pictures?
the studio because it takes too long. Otherwise, to go there, the light
Okay.
changes. You know, you have to focus on. If you want to produce faster, otherwise it takes too long. That's why.
It's very nice detailed pictures and
Yes,
it's on canvas, everything.
Yes, on cloth, and so people can take home.
Oh, yeah.
easily. So because you roll them up, you know, and make a small part. So because people have a suitcase, not too much space. So,
Yeah, of course.
And then they do the framing at home. They mount it. They do the framing.
Very beautifully painted. It's oil paint.
Yeah, oil.
Oil. Okay.
And also pastel.
But there are pastel also.
Pastel.
So you learned this or this is a self?
Oh no! This
It's cool.
school, yes. In the university is high school, and
Yeah.
then art school. Venice Academia, there is a school of art. Where is the museum Academia? Academia Museum.
I understand.
Yes. Art museum. Next is the school for art.
It's very beautifully made. I like it. Oh, thank you very much indeed. and
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you. Buongiorno. Do you speak English? A little bit. Do you mind if I take the pictures? Okay. I just wanted to ask you, what is that Bellini?
Bellini is a cocktail made with peach juice and
Prosecco
prosecco.
and...
Peach juice. Peach.
okay, peach juice. Okay. Can I have one of the small one? Just try it.
Yes. Would you like it cold?
If it is possible, yes. The cold is much better.
Yes.
Yes.
So,
And is €3, yeah? Yeah. Can I drink it here or?
yes.
Here, I can. Okay. Thank you very much. Very kind. I really would like to try it because I have never drank that kind of
It's sweet and sparkling.
sparkling wine, of course. So
Do you need glass?
glasses? I don't think so. I can drink it from
Yes.
this one. Oh, that's. I think I'll leave it here because I will drink it. Interesting. It's a cocktail here.
It's better if you drink it, made it fresh. At the moment.
Okay. It's not bad at all. Betértem egy helyi kocsmába, ahol finom mozzarellával és szardellával töltött tésztát kóstoltam meg, és a jó házi bor is az asztalra került. Try this one. Nagyon finom. Az Alaparma kocsma az itt lakók kedvenc helye. Jó kis hely, nincs sok ilyen a városban, de az biztos, hogy nem a turistáknak szánták. Nice to meet you. Tomata. So I accidentally find this place, and I was looking for always some place where I can buy some really nice house wine. So tell me about this place. What is this, and where can I find this place?
All the shop opened from the mid of the 1950, and it's always it was always like that. So you can buy a bottle, you can get a glass of wine. This house wine you drink is Pinot Grigio from Pramaggiore. There is a wine area not so far from Venice.
Mm-hmm. And if somebody would like to visit this place, where can they find this place?
This place is in Dorsodura, between Zazzere and the Accademia Bridge. So
Okay.
Ready? Come on down.
But you can tell me what is this, because I have no idea.
Sure, of course. So this is a solo show of an English artist, Marcus Latius, and all the artworks here have been thought for this exhibition, and the theme is the island arc. So nowadays there are some parts of the island in the South Pacific area which are being covered by waves, and this is causing the loss of habitability to people living there. And for this reason, the artist proposes a utopic solution to face this problem. And his idea is to use the decommissioned oil rig platforms that are in the ocean, as he illustrates in those works. And for example, in the structure that you can see in the other part of the gallery at the end, that structure over there, this is his idea. So to use this decommissioned oil rig platform to let people live there without losing their cultural identity. And so there people would be involved in different activities, like activities to rethink about, the artist says, what it means to be human nowadays. So activities relating to the personal sphere, relating to senses, social activities, and in order to find a new balance with the environment and ourselves.
Marco, can you tell me where am I, because I have no idea and I just see some sign on the street.
Sure. So this is Palazzo Mora. It's one of the palaces that the European Cultural Center uses for their exhibitions. Specifically, we are hosting a contemporary art exhibition here, plus 3 national pavilions on the Biennale Arte. These pavilions are the one from Kiribati, the one from Seychelles, and the one from Mozambique.
What can I see here? What's the art?
The art is very different because, of course, it's a number of various artists from various parts of the world, and each one of them has their unique way of expressing their art. So you can find sculptures, you can find paintings, you can find photography, and I think it's beautiful to see how diverse art can be, and it's really interesting to appreciate different art styles and the different messages that all these artists are trying to convey through their art.
So this is different than the Biennale?
Parallel organization in a way, in a sense. So we're not part of it. We follow a similar schedule, similar calendar, and of course, in this palace, like I said earlier, we're hosting 3 national pavilions, which are instead part of the Biennale.
Okay.
So you can also get to see a piece of the Biennale inside the palace, but also and mainly the personal structure identities exhibition, which, like I said, it's a contemporary art exhibition.
So if someone wants to visit this place,
yes,
where can he find it, or where can they find it? And is that free to visit?
Yes, it's free entry, as our other palaces are as well. So apart from this place, we also have Palazzo Michele, which is further down this road. It's going to be on the right instead. This one is on the left if you go towards Piazza San Marco, which hosts an exhibition on design instead. And then there's Palazzo Bembo, which is right next to the Rialto Bridge on the Grand Canal. It's really beautiful. There you can find the rest of the this exhibition here, so still contemporary art. And then we also have the Giardini della Marinaressa, which are gardens near the Arsenale and Giardini. They have different opening hours. They open for a longer time, and there you can find some, it's basically bigger sculptures that I think are better appreciated in an open environment rather than a closed place. Also because they're quite big, so it's hard to put them on display there.
Can the people visit this place an entire year, or this is just a temporary?
This is something that, like I said, follows the same schedule as the Biennale basically, so it's going to be open from May to the end of November. We are going to be here until the 24th of November. Then the exhibition will change, and it will be open again next May, but it's going to be, instead of art, it's going to be about architecture.
Oh, thank you very much for your information.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
What is this place called, and where can we find it?
Canareggio.
Canareggio.
We are in Rio Terra San Leonardo.
Okay. So how much is a bottle of wine if I want to buy that?
The price is €3 for 1 liter.
€3 as well.
€3 for 1 liter. Sparkling wine is €4.20, but we have a red, white. The prices is for 1 liter, €3. €3.
That's very nice, generous price.
Yes.
Wine in glass also. So I will try it. This one?
It's good. It's a rosé from this zone. Is with the raboso. Raboso is the grape.
Very nice.
Thank you very much.
A Róma téren található nyilvános WC elég drága, ezért ha tudsz, menj el egy étterembe, ott jobban jársz, mert ott is van lehetőség a WC-t használni. Erről a térről indulnak a buszok, vonatok és villamosok a repülőtér felé. Megvettem a buszjegyet a Marco Polo repülőtérre, 8 euróba kerül, egy útra szól, és nincs időponthoz kötve, bármikor használható. A buszjegyet a buszon kell érvényesíteni. Itt kell érvényesíteni a jegyet. Most búcsút intünk Velencének, de iratkozz fel a csatornámra, és tarts velem legközelebb is. Sziasztok!